for you to be the champion you were born to be. And the only way I know how to do that is to get personal. Each time we meet, I'll pose a question. You may be able to answer it immediately, or it might irk you, or maybe it'll inspire you to take action. Whatever the case, I'm all about action. My number one strength is I'm an activator. I get shit done. Yes, Mom, I hear you ringing my phone now. You don't like when I say that word. But I'm here to tell you, I need to say it because it's my truth and it makes an impact. I do. I get shit done. Like this podcast, like YouTube, like the one-on-one work with my clients. I don't want them to be stuck. I want to get the stuff done. I want them to move on. I want them to transcend because I believe there's no time to waste. I learned that the hard way when my world was turned upside down when Mark was ill. I was recently reminded of this when I got the call that a childhood friend in our neighborhood passed. I was recently reminded of this when I got another call that my high school girlfriend passed. I was recently reminded this when I heard the sounds of endless sirens last Thursday morning as I was in front of the mirror putting on my makeup. And I knew something was terribly wrong in our neighborhood. It wasn't until later the next night that I learned the gut-wrenching news that the precious 8-year-old boy who was riding his bike and struck by a car was going to be removed from life support. And now the passing of the Queen. And so that is why I find it's time. I'm here to move you. I'm here to move you to take action. I want to move you towards the life that's been calling you in the wee hours of the night, the one that has you tossing and turning and wondering what's next. I believe I was born to challenge you, to stretch you the way I used to on the yoga mat. I believe I'm here to help you transcend the one-size-fits-all life that begs you to go along with mediocrity and remain in status quo. I believe I'm here to help you gracefully transcend like the Queen. And if you don't believe what I'm saying, well, then the conversation ends here. Really, the end. Okay, I'm thrilled you're still here. With that all being said, can you see and feel why it's so important for me today to invite you to be seen for what you believe? I hope you're saying yes. So when I ask you, how are you being seen? If you answered something other than, I'm seen truthfully for who I am, I'm transparent. But how can I encourage or inspire you or support you today to be seen even more for who you are? I'm extending my hand and reaching out to you. I'm telling you, I see you. I see your gifts. I see your desires. I see your truths. I see your purpose. I believe they deserve life to be breathed back into them. And as they start to make your heart beat even faster, well, that's when it's time to share them. You see, that's when you believe you need to be seen to be believed. And that is your truth. Let's go a little deeper here. Do you believe in what you are doing? What you are being seen doing? Being seen being seen as? If your answer is yes, that's awesome and awe-inspiring. But if it was no or maybe, let's take a look at this a little deeper for a moment. What could be holding you back? What are you afraid of? Fear. Fear is a 4-letter F word. Yes, it is. It's a word that I really don't enjoy. I don't like it. It's an energy that the media loves to instill. Fear keeps us, even the best of us, from being who we are here to be. Fear keeps even the best of us from living the life that calls us in the wee hours of the night. Fear keeps even the best of us from realizing, knowing, and deciding to be courageous, like Queen Elizabeth II, to be seen, to be believed, to be seen for what we believe. I've asked you tough questions. Let me share a little bit something personal myself. I know that I am still afraid of being ridiculed. I'm afraid of being judged. I'm afraid of people sending hate energetically. You see, because I'm sensitive and it doesn't feel good to me. It makes me feel exhausted. It makes me feel heavy. But I know in my heart that I'm supposed to be seen. So I've chosen, I'm intentional. I put myself out there, like in this podcast, YouTube, on stage, in my one-on-one work, on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. All those ways where I am seen, all those ways in which I may ruffle someone's feathers and cause them to send me hate. All those ways I believe I need to be seen to be believed. All those ways, they feel so right. They feel so right to me. They set me on fire. It outweighs the fear. I typically attract like-hearted, like-minded people. So I'm guessing that you too would find that the sheer bliss of being seen for who you truly are, your truths, your beliefs, your desires, all of that good stuff will always outweigh the fear. The fear will fade. Bliss transcends, and you appear larger than life. Let's make Queen Elizabeth II proud as she looks down from heaven and sees us standing out in the crowd, taking her lead and leading with grace by example. Because as an exquisitely aligned woman or man, you become exactly what you see missing in the world today. Let's talk about the glamour. She was always dressed impeccably, fashionably, sensibly, and comfortably. Knowing she wanted to be seen, to be believed, and standing 5'4", she knew being seen by those in the back of the crowd would be difficult. She took that idea to her tailor and to her hatter or milliner. She was prepared. She was intentional. She wore solid colors, bold, monochromatic outfits, adorned with a matching hat, so she could be spotted by even the youngest child and the person farthest away. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. She took everything into consideration. She was intentional in all that she did and all that she wore. Being intentional is a game changer. I know we talked about it briefly last week. I love and adore the way she thought and executed everything. I didn't know all of this about her till just recently, and I find it real fascinating. You see, I believe many of the same things. I too like to be seen, even though there's fear in the background. For me, I have always thought about it as a trademark. Maybe it's my fashion and marketing background. I don't know. I think I am most known for my red lipstick and my short hair. May I leave you with an exercise, or more so a way of stretching you, a stretch for your mind on a daily basis. Each day, I invite you to check in and ask yourself, am I allowing myself to be seen? If not, what am I afraid of? And really listen to what comes up. What am I afraid of? The next question would be, am I being seen for what I believe in? If yes, thank you for having the courage to be seen. and set the scene for others to do the same. If your answer is no, ask yourself, what is one simple step that I can courageously take to move closer to making that happen? Let that sink in and see what pops up. What is one simple and easy step that I can take today, something small, to move one step closer to making that happen? Typically, if I don't get an answer right away, I ask the same question throughout the day, and I try rewording it a tad. Then I wait to see or listen to what appears. Remember, we are looking for simple and easy to implement, something that you would enjoy doing. When we keep this in the forefront of our mind, when we are intentional, that's when the shift happens. That's when we can transcend. That's when those small decisions lead to be bigger impact, like putting on red lipstick or a sparkly necklace. Because the exquisitely aligned woman, she's hard to miss. She is seen. She causes a scene, like Queen Elizabeth. People gather. With your smile, with your grace, with your belief in your exquisite self. And that's when you become the change you wish to see in the world. Till next time, go on, be seen, be intentional, be visible in your beliefs, be your own champion, and be exquisite.